Dr. Steve, can you describe economy of movement and why it's important in NLP training?
Oh, absolutely. You know, captivating trainers, when you see someone who's an NLP trainer and they're very captivating, or any kind of trainer, or any kind of speaker really, they're congruent. Every part of their behavior, the nonverbal part, the verbal part, what they do, what they say, everything supports their message. There's economy in that. They're not wasting any effort. They're not wasting any motion. Every voice inflection, every action that they take, every motion adds just something to the presentation. There's nothing that's wasted. There's nothing that's just done frivolously. So there's nothing that's distracting either. You know, a lot of people, when they're in a situation and they're not sure about what to do, they'll do a lot of things, you know, and that's actually resourceful. If you're in a new situation, you'll do a lot of things and you'll see what works. But a very skilled and experienced trainer has all that down. They're very smooth because they know what works, they know what doesn't, they know what wastes time, and they know what adds to what the student is learning. So when we talk about economy of movement, we're not just talking about the motions, we're also talking about what they say and the way they carry themselves and everything related to their teaching style. So we talk about just the constellation of things that you can have going on in the training situation, and you think about your voice tone, your voice quality, that's very honed. Your body posture, the way you stand, it won't always be the same. It's going to move, it's going to change throughout the presentation. The words you use, and more importantly, the words you don't use, because economy of movement implies that when we apply it to your words also, you're not going to say things that you don't need to say, so your words are very important. Your gestures, you know, what you're doing with your hands, what you're not doing with your hands. Sometimes it's appropriate just to not do anything with your hands. Sometimes it helps to pull the audience in, to anchor them on you, for example, when you're moving. The balance, you know, do you spend more time on the left side of the room, the right side of the room? Hopefully most of your time is spent front and center because you want to establish authority and you want to anchor them. Your facial expressions, they're not frivolous. They're facial expressions that have to do with conveying the information in the best possible way. Your volume, sometimes it needs to be very loud and grandiose. Sometimes to pull them in, it needs to be quiet. And sometimes when you're explaining how to do certain techniques, you make it more quiet. Also, eye contact. You know, it's very important to make eye contact for a few seconds with someone in the room and then move to someone else in the room. You don't do that the entire time, but every now and then you take a moment and make eye contact with someone, and then with someone else, and then with someone else, so you know they're connecting with you. And then you also want to make sure the tempo is right. You know, how are you presenting it? You want to make sure it's not too fast or too slow. Now, the interesting news is that a lot of this you learn over time. You learn by doing it the quote-unquote wrong way. But as things work, you make note of them. That worked. As things don't work, you make note of them. That didn't work. I won't be doing that again. I will be doing this again. You also want to pay attention to the group as a whole. Does it seem like you're getting things across? So that's what we mean when we talk about economy of movement, actually an entire constellation of things that makes us just more powerful presenters in any situation.
Great information. Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, I'm very glad to share it. And you know, for more information, just go ahead and visit my website, which is stevegjones.com. I've got some very powerful NLP information for you there. Just click on the NLP tab and you'll find it. I'm Dr. Steve G. Jones, hoping you have an outstanding day.